Put that in the car.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Did you consider having a bat? Daddy didn't have that trait.
You must have got that from Mummy's side. Yes, Plumbers, we're on.
Yes.
And this episode of 200 Plus is brought to you by Happy Gilmore 2, playing now on Netflix. I've seen it. It's a good show. We interviewed Shooter. Benny put a clip out of himself. And he's getting all this love now in the casino from Plumbers because he clipped himself, you wanker. I had 20 minutes of gold in there, no clip for butts.
Yeah, I had fucking 20 seconds and not to clip it.
Is that
He
the
spoke
only
for
way
the
you
other
got
19 minutes and I think Shooter got 3 in.
Benny had an out-of-body experience with Shooter. But the show's very good. Anyway, it's good to be here with the boys. You did very well with Gracie, my favourite.
Yeah,
but
she was good.
Let's be honest, you need me, okay? There's some feedback for you. Leading team style.
Really?
Yep, I think you do.
Okay.
Captain's
Happy
call.
with yourself. Well, this is the Nick Butler show, to be fair. We're
Okay.
under no illusions.
You're good. So lots to get into. It's game week for me. I'm going to lather myself in Rapid Gel for the rest of the week,
Yes.
JP, because can you detect that I'm a footballer again?
You
Okay.
have a strut about it. You got a bit of arrogance. I'm
I'm
really loving
back
it.
in the arena, unlike these flogs like McClure and Tomo and Xander. Fucking Xander's never played. Have any of them ever played? Get in the arena and I'll be shit house. I don't give a fuck. But I'm in there. Okay?
I can't
I'm a
wait.
man again.
Yes. You feeling
Playing.
yourself?
Yeah, we're going
topless,
down.
Topless photos of Noosa.
A bit of topless, a bit of pecs.
no
Worked out
magnums.
with you on the weekend.
Yeah, we shipped some tin.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to with your game back? What's the one
the
thing?
anxiety
that
of
you Okay, yeah.
Having my poached eggs and 3 coffees on Saturday.
Vomiting
going,
pink stuff on
I
yourself.
do not know what is going to happen.
Bit of Shannon
Nah, I
on the
won't
way
vomit.
in.
To be all the vomit shit was in my early 20s when I was trying to get drafted. Late, my local footy career, I didn't vomit too much. I don't think I vomited after 27. So if I vomit 42, there's something. Well, I could actually. If I eat something a bit frooky. But just the feels of it, like I even. Yeah, we're staying in a hotel, so I haven't got Ted to put to bed or any of those home pressures. I'll be watching a bit of Spotify.
Get the blue moons on the TV.
I have to have a blue moon. I think it'd be rude not to.
Any massage or skill work this week? Are you living like an AFL player? Or are
I'm
you
living
just
like an
going- You
AFL
are?
player. Today I've done, what did I do? I did skills with the father-in-law, just about 50 balls in the hands. I stretched myself. I did some basic flush strides. I did a bit of Instagramming and whinged for the rest of the day, like you boys.
Perfect.
I just wanted to live
You'll be
like an
ready to
AFL
go.
footballer.
Yeah.
A lot of whinging. I called up Magic Hand Car Wash and got my a car wash for free.
Yep.
Said I'm a player
That's
again.
what we all do, yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
that happens.
free stuff, hand skills, bit of mobilisation, stretched myself twice, and that's about it.
Can you do a day in the life for us, please, on game
Yes.
day?
Well,
I'd love
Drapey's
game
helping
day.
me with this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
help
do.
us.
Aren't you,
Have
Drapey?
you seen Drapey's weekly vlogs? I want one of
I
those
really
for
like
game
it.
day.
Well, I did one from Noosa and it got rave reviews.
Do you not see it,
I
John?
haven't seen it.
Oh, you're a shit house. I wished you happy birthday and you didn't even reply. You replied today.
Yeah, I replied today.
What a fucking prick.
What's going on?
I missed it. I texted him about something he asked me for. He asked me for a sign jumper, which I got for him for free. He hasn't paid me. And then I saw the birthday message. I said, thank you in retrospect. So I was apologising.
I did like your little vlog. It was good.
Thank you. Well, we want to do one of those.
You need a video your morning, what you get up to.
Yeah.
And I'll get your in-game
Game day.
stuff, your
And we'll
highlights.
delete any sort of anything where I shit myself. We'll delete. No, well, maybe it can go on like an internal thread.
to the Patreon.
Maybe to the if I shit myself, it might go to the Patreon. But we'll get a flood of members.
We'll get it in.
Yes, with we're getting Xander on soon.
We
on
are,
the Patreon
yep.
too.
That's confirmed.
Is it confirmed?
I thought it
He
was. No,
said it
maybe
to
not.
me, and Xander's not going to look me in the eye and bullshit. So
No,
we're getting-
Xander's coming
we're
on
getting Xander
Patreon
on.
only.
Now, quickly. Okay, because I'm enjoying talking about myself, but I don't want to play the game in my head because, to be honest, I'm no guarantee to get through the warm up, so there's no point playing the game in my head. But you, okay, it was a disappointing night for you.
Yeah,
that's okay. We're not going to fucking go through it again. It's a bit shit, but you'll bounce
Wasn't
back.
great.
Okay?
We'll be fine.
Footy,
Yeah.
the best thing about footy is, mate, there's always
Get
a
another
game
crack the next week.
7 days later, even when you're pox. But you forward. And I'm going to say this, I actually think you can be a really good forward, right? It's just one of those ones. I think you're a bit spooked by it, and you know that you can take the fucking intercept marks and really fluff yourself at night on your stats. That you average 6.2 intercept marks, and I think you've got it in your head at the moment that forward is very hard. Anyway, that's a conversation we'll have over a beer later in the year. But I don't want you giving up. Don't give up on it.
I've never
You're
given
good.
up in a game of footy.
No, I didn't say that. I said don't give up on being a forward.
No. I still think it's something that I can make work. It's been a tough 2 weeks, and as a team, we haven't gone as well as we would have liked for the last 2 weeks as it is, which makes it tougher as a forward. But I haven't played there for 2 years as well. As you know, Drapes and Butts, you play a lot of forward in your career. It's a lot of craft stuff, and it's a lot of knowing when to lead and when to get into behind your player. And I just don't have the feel for it at the moment. But
It's all feel.
I haven't played there for a while, so I'm under no illusions that I could still play forward and make a fair scrap out of it. And yeah, I'm happy to play anywhere for the team. And Silver's been injured and out. We need someone to step up, and I was happy to fill that role for us as a forward.
Well, to your credit, you went back in the last quarter and you played like a fucking maniac. You were smashing into Cameron and taking clunks, and Dermot was getting up here. So you finished well. You're a trier, mate, and we love that you try.
Yeah, well, it's tough when you're out there and you're getting beaten like that. And the last thing I want to do is drop my head. And I think a lot of the boys are pretty similar, but it is pretty tough. So yeah, I just put the head down, get to work, and yeah, try have some pride in the jumper and in our footy club when we're getting beaten like that.
That's good. And if you started to stick in the last quarter and you went back and didn't poo, there was a nice non-pooer.
I don't poo.
No, there was a nice non-poo.
Yeah, I don't poo. I've pooed once.
yeah, you
I've
did
done
poo
the one
once.
poo,
But
the
yeah,
Melbourne
but
poo. Yeah.
You got a question? No,
pointing
there's
to the
poo
poo.
there. But anyway, we do know. So we're pissing in your pocket a bit because you're a
thanks,
good trier, and the Bruce
try.
fans.
That's
Fuck,
what
you know what?
Fuck, Butsy
No.
said I try.
Trying hard is fucking easier said than done. Okay, every week for every minute.
Yeah.
and you do. So stop
Thank you.
underrating it, please. But
thank you.
okay, you know I'm an award-winning journalist, and occasionally I get leaked a good one. Okay, and
What do you got?
I've been leaked a good one. All right, so I've been leaked.
Play
a
the
bit
sting.
Of,
we
play
got
the
mail?
sting. Do we have a sting? I've got mail.
I've got
mail. Hold for the sting, please.
I've got mail. I've got mail. I've got mail for you.
Right, okay.
sting.
So here it is. I haven't broken one for a while since Jared Pollock moved to North Melbourne. That was my last big exclusive.
And
That was me.
And Jasper Pittard. Don't forget Jasper.
I didn't break that one.
Okay.
Okay, but I broke Pollock.
He was with the Pollock trade, but
Big
yeah.
story. Won an award.
Same trade, yep.
For it. Right, this is big. Okay, so the wee man at half time, you weren't knocking the lights out up forward, okay, and you'd been sort of grassing a few. So I'm told, and this is just what's been told to me, that this is how the wee man, when he was going around the room with the magnet board, goes, fucking Chom, I know you're into your music. You're into your fucking music. Did you have to bring the fucking cymbals to full forward? I want a full forward, not a fucking percussionist.
Pretty good. That's very good.
Thank you.
Is that rehearsed?
I had one go to the
Very
car.
good. No, very good. Very
thank
happy
you.
with that.
That's my big exclusive.
That's good.
There you
I
go.
had
Write
the
that one down,
I did have the
Cleary.
trampoline hands out. It's
Yeah.
harder out there. You've got a defender hanging off you at all times. I did grass a few I probably should have taken though.
Drapey was making it look pretty easy.
Yeah.
I thought he just dropped out top 5 goal kickers.
What did we think of that, Drapey? Was that good, mate?
That was
Thank
good.
you.
That was good gear. Yeah.
Good.
Very,
I
very
need
good
to
gear.
spell that. What do you got, Drapey?
I want Cool. That's good. It's
good. Thank you. Really workshopped
Very
it.
proud of that one. Can we talk about Nasiah?
Oh, mate, that game.
shit.
What actually happened?
Wow.
Is that
He's a
the most
freak,
incredible
that kid,
finish
mate.
we've ever seen to a game?
Can we
Incredible.
firstly talk about the better thing? Like, if the only thing that could have bettered what Nasiah did in the last 2 minutes is what he did about 6 hours later when he was teabagging Ross Lyon on the dance floor. His balls were in his face.
I've
not seen it.
This vision of it.
I've been on social media for a few days.
He was
Oh,
on
sorry.
Ross the boss's shoulders, and they're all sucking piss.
They've had a
Like,
function and he's on his shoulders.
Could you love
Good
him
on
anymore?
Nah, good on him. Honestly, he's so well deserved. And good on Rossi as well. How good was Rossi's reaction in the box? I love that.
just
When he took the
laughing.
mark, he's just
Just
He
laughing.
just loves him.
Yeah.
He said it to the media. Like, I think he said it to Sarah Jones or someone at half time. He's like, he's got a license. He can do what he wants.
fair
Like, in
enough.
these days, like, you not that you give me any war stories or anything, but you try to explain modern footy to me and the meetings you have and the positions you have and the
And your lobe
weird
can't just comprehend it.
shit you have to do with like guarding space and so much structure. And Ross has just said he does what he wants. Like, how good would that
And you
be?
can't stop him. The
dusty
double up
roll.
possessions, he just keeps running.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Also, the set play at the end is genius from Rowe.
Can we give a
Yeah,
shout out to
Rowe.
Rowan?
Oh, he's that boy.
unbelievable.
Should we call Rowan or?
I've got his number.
Do you want to give him a buzz?
We tried to get him on before.
We have, but I don't think we ever just called him.
Yeah,
I, mean,
I've never just called him.
Yeah,
I think we
I've
should
got
call him.
He's pooing.
I think
Yeah,
you're
I'm
pooing.
I'm pulling
I'm
a
going
bit.
to call Rowan.
Can you call him?
I don't have his number.
We've got it.
Trevor
We'll
can
give
send
it
it
to you.
to you.
No, I'm a journalist. I can't just call
We
him.
can't just call players.
No, we can't
do.
just call players.
We
no,
have to
we
message
can't.
him
We
first.
called Kane McAuliffe. Who? Kane McAuliffe.
Terry McCall.
I thought it was Terry. I was a bit worn out then. I'm getting my low back.
Yeah, you're back.
Right, okay, so we're not going to ring Roe, but yeah, that was NFL style, I reckon. Do you reckon it was? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure they would have spoken about it now, but it looked like they both watch a bit of NFL and it's like, run to a spot and I'll just put it there.
Yeah, because Gorney thought he was just going to bomb
Why
it
is that
down
funny,
lob.
Ben?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny that you said it was like NFL.
I just reckon they had a quick meeting.
They did. There's vision of him.
Yeah, they did.
They chatted, and then
said-
Nas said to move out the way.
Well, how often in a footy game do you get to say, hey, mate, when
you
he
don't get
blows that
time.
whistle, go, turn, and I'll put it there. I reckon it was like NFL
It was like a
meeting.
wide receiver.
Yeah, they met.
He's wide receiver.
Yeah.
No,
met.
I just laughed that you said like I think they both like NFL. Like the way they couldn't just run a play.
I think they
must.
both like NFL.
Big
Let's
Patriots
ring,
fans.
should we
Let's ring Naz and
should we
ask.
ring Naz? I would love to ring Naz.
Oh,
Good
no,
poker
I don't
player,
think
Naz.
is on his phone
he?
at the moment.
Yeah.
Plays poker.
No,
Or you-
it was-
contract poker.
yeah.
It's a good run. What? Fuck. He would. Who's his manager? Do we know who his manager is?
Ben Williams,
Benny
yeah.
Williams. Big brother Benny.
He's about to cash in.
Oh, Jesus. Imagine if he was leaving. Can you imagine if he's
I
leaving?
don't think it matters. I
How
think
much?
he's-
Gonna get paid
No.
anywhere
Let's not
he
talk about the
goes.
money. Let's just talk about the fans. Like to have that moment, they all
yeah.
love you so much, and then you're teabagging the coach. The players love him. The media guy, everyone
Brad Hill
loves him.
said, pay him $2 million.
I think you have a look. I don't know. Maybe he's staying. He seems to love the boys.
Good
I
poker
don't know.
player.
We don't do trade talk on this
No,
podcast.
it doesn't go well
We
for us,
got
but I'd
burned.
pay him two.
Yeah.
Is he the first two?
Or,
Benny,
surely,
you can answer this.
surely
Because, I mean, if Harley wants two, Harley's going fine, but he ain't two yet.
he's not two.
He's
If
two
Naz
on
is
spec.
two, yeah. If Naz
I
is
didn't
two,
know he could take hangers like that.
That was incredible. And the finish.
I just didn't know that.
Is
double
that
finish.
mark of the year for like what the moment was?
That's a big moment.
the moment, yeah.
Moment.
And slotted the goal.
And the
His mark after was just as good.
Yeah.
that took a bit too. He could have pooed.
Yeah.
He could. A lot of players would have pooed. Well, 40% might have pooed there. Do you reckon? It would, mate, there could have been something
30,
coming.
39.
30,
But there should-
39.
There should have been something coming, but there was no
Should
one
have
there.
Anyway,
push
but the
back.
good
Anyway.
breeding too. Like Wanganeen and the Millerers are all good players. I played with a few of the Millerer clan over at Port Adelaide. There's Millerers everywhere. Like, and they're all guns. But he's the prime.
Playing midfield now too.
He's the prime thoroughbred where it just all works. Like he's
Yeah.
got height, balance. He must be able to run
Good
too,
kid,
can he?
good runner.
Freak runner, yeah.
Like,
I'll train him in the off season. It's just, it's fun.
Jesus, I love him.
Hey,
I
run
want
past
him.
all the Melbourne players.
Well, stop it.
I've got one, you reminded me of it when you said, "Should we ring him?" And I happened to listen to a little bit of Footy and Friends the other day, and it was honestly my ears were bleeding by the end of it. But you were on it again.
Oh, fuck. Link, get the mic in front of him.
What,
I'll tell you what,
happened?
you caused it a bit because getting back to my footy, I want to have one ball session.
we must.
Just 45 minutes of touching the footy. I need to bang a bit of body.
Yeah,
and I
bang some
texted
bod.
you and Barlow and said, can we do this I've got a few days off the TV. Can we do this at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday morning or something so I can feel like a league footballer? I don't have to go and catch fucking brown moon balls at 7:30 on a Wednesday night or Tuesday night. I can't even see it because that'll do more harm than good. Probably pop a finger.
Yeah.
And you said yes, and Barlow said yes. Now you're fucking off.
I've got to go down to
Sale.
Sale Mazda to sell some cars.
And Barlow's not replying to me. So what I did is I tried to. Did I try to ring
So
him?
what happened during? You came into the office last week and you were strutting around, going, "Oh, Chum and Mick, yeah, we're having a little session next week."
Because you said you would.
I did. Sorry. Yes.
And then Mick this morning in the record was a bit distracted, and someone had asked him a question, and he didn't reply, and he went, "Fuck, sorry, mate. I've had Nick Butler's been texting me all fucking morning. It was 8:30 in the morning." And then Dill just goes, "Oh, why don't you just call him and we can chat about it?" And he goes, "Yeah, okay." So he calls you up, and then because you were talking for so long with your answers, he'd put you on mute, and then he'd go, what the fuck do I ask him? And then we're having a full discussion while you were talking.
No
And then
radio craft. I thought
then
we were
they'd
actually
unmute you
just
and-
chatting to Mick, but I was on their shit show. That's the bad thing.
It took 3 minutes for us for Dill to then be like, "Oh, shut the fuck up, us," and try and
Fucking hell, the ratings would have gone through the roof for those 3 minutes, I reckon.
I think so. He asked about our show. But they were so shit, those two. They're not bad, like, analysts of footy, but they had nothing. Like, they couldn't even ask a couple of questions.
lacking sizzle, you reckon?
Lacking sizzle link. That's what they were doing. Anyway, we might have to clean that up because I was frustrated because Choms fucked me and I think I was using some blue language.
No, we've cleaned it up.
Is it okay?
We've cleaned it up.
Can
It's all
we
good.
hear it on our show before theirs?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, let's have a listen.
Well, can we have a listen?
He wants to get Chom involved as well. And Chom, Butler has just said this. Mate, Chom has left me high and dry. Heading to Sale on Wednesday, I can categorically tell you he wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Is there any chance I can grab you for 45 minutes on Wednesday?
Would it just be just you and him?
Just me and him.
I'd be
Just
so
call him.
uncomfortable.
Call him now. Call him.
I feel embarrassed.
Yeah, let's give him a call. Should we pretend you're not here?
Yeah.
Oh. Evil little fuckers.
Snaky.
Coach.
Hey, mate. Sorry, I've been flat out. Obviously, busy weekend.
You're all right. Mate,
Pretty keen on this craft session, are you?
well, mate, I need to do something, don't I? Chom's going, no, it's not enough anyway. I said, I can't run anyway. My only best chance is going in fresh and keen with a bit of touch and movement, and I'll be right.
You've got the black boots?
Got the black, mate. Got the, I rang I know a bloke down there who gives me a bit of trot mail. I said, mate, the career saver's going to cut it at 11:30 on a morning where it's going to be 4 degrees. He goes, get some stops, mate. So, yeah, we went and got the Essex.
Nice bloke having a chat, you know.
Mate, I don't know. I'm strong enough. Throwing a bit of tin round. Compete in the middle, and then just when the knees start to fucking blow up, I'll go and sit in the goal square and push guys in the back.
And you've got so much anxiety, you need me to get out there and do some tram tracks.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I don't have that much anxiety. I just haven't really touched the ball. I need to
there's the
touch-
mute.
It's either that or go on a train with some local club at 7 o'clock in the night when I can't see the fucking ball.
Yeah, true. Where the cars are parked on the half-forward flank with their high beams on.
We don't want that, mate.
I'm actually just watching your highlights. You actually got a bit of natural ability, so you should be okay.
What are you watching? Oh, the video that Pup has.
I never gave it to him.
Yeah,
The recruiter at North.
I think.
Should I send it through to Brady Rawling?
Oh, please. There's some sort of veterans rookie list, mate, where you just get around the boys and keep up morale. Fucking oath.
Hey, Butts, can you shut the fuck up? You're on Footy and Friends, mate. Are you ready for your big dance?
Oh,
Hey?
Are you ready for the big dance?
No, I'm completely underprepared.
Hey, how's 200 plus going, mate? Is the show still going?
No, it's flying. It's flying. You know, we've got like a big, like an emerging female audience, which is blowing me away. Because they like a bit of the rude chat, apparently.
Hey, where's Drapes going?
No, can't talk about that.
Fuck, I've got you.
Down in Tassie at the University of Tasmania on Saturday, and he might reveal all.
Wow.
he won't. He won't.
We're going to have about 15 cascades and then tie him up and get it out of him.
Have to get him on the Zoom, I've heard.
Hey?
You might have to get him on the Zoom, that's what I've heard.
Oh, fuck off.
No. He's committed, mate. He's sharing the story. And he's also filming my game. He'll be filming my 4 touches.
Anyway, mate, we're just about to go into a tunnel, mate. Got to go.
Truck
Yeah.
reversing. See you, mate.
Is that not just, that's the snakiest behaviour ever. You can't ring someone
You know
on a
what they're
podcast.
doing? They've belittled me.
They have. It's quite funny content though from your end. You were funny.
You were great.
Thank you.
You made that segment what it is.
They're so
They
shit.
were bumbling through, trying to call people like we
Josie,
do.
can you train me on Wednesday?
Mate.
Nah, but can we draw halves?
You can ask.
Halves used to do the old med balls off the balcony.
That'll fucking do.
You need to do that.
Not in my guts.
In the
Mark him.
hands.
In the hands.
Honestly, could you text him? I'll pay him 100. I need a session. Can someone do me a You fucking let me down.
Barlow snaked. I've got so much
Barlow, shit
commitments.
house. Not only did he not respond to me, and he's like told his mates, it's complete snake,
Yeah,
and then
he's
belittled
now had
me.
a laugh about it.
He's had a laugh. Right? Real bully
That's what we
behaviour.
don't do at 200 plus. We don't punch down.
No.
Whereas at Footy and Friends,
I'm going to play this to my son and say, this is bullying.
do not do this.
Cowardice.
Hello, coach.
Hello, coach.
Very good, but so I'm excited. I am sorry.
Maybe the wee man.
I'm actually very sorry.
I've got the
I
wee
can't.
man's number.
call the wee
Give
man.
Clarko a call. Not now, though, please.
Fletch?
Fletch will chat to you.
No, I need someone to fucking train me. You're not taking this seriously. Right. I want to go home. I'm a bit hurt.
Oh, come on, mate.
Come on, mate. It was all
shit.
It was
Come on, it's all
a bit of
funny
fun.
games.
Buckley's shit. Thinks he cares about everyone's feelings. What a fucking crock. Seriously. He's a bully, mate. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, that Buckley. And don't start me on Delidio.
No, I want to start you. Go there. Go on. I think you're slightly scared of the Lidio.
Freebies Delidio. Oh, freebies. Anyway. Lots of league footballers out there. Not many characters. What?
I did see something that come across my desk the other day. I was scrolling across Instagram and saw Chom on the back chat podcast.
Chom on the back chat.
With Willie Schofield.
Yeah,
great
we
man.
like Willie.
Yeah,
I like
telling
Timmy
you
Barras'
love Willie
work too.
we love Willie. Telling a really good story about the time where Oscar Allen kicked the game winner on him, but managed to have a bit of a blunder during that thing. Do you want to take us there, Chom?
Yeah, I had a big blunder. It
Wasn't that big, but it just goes to show you don't know your history.
It wasn't brought to my attention until later, but I was describing the moment where Oscar Allen kicked a goal from the square and I was in a contest online. So Andrew Gaff had the ball from about 40 metres out. I think the words I used was, Gaffy, great player, premiership hero, but can't kick over a jam tin. And I was unaware. Premiership hero. I had no idea. I just thought
Look, I think it's forgivable.
I just thought Gaffy,
He would have if he didn't.
one of the great West
clock
Coast
someone.
players the last 10 years, just played in the flag. Not a big footy watcher. Yeah.
Well, it cost you that day. And it cost you
I
again.
had a West Coast Eagles fan page post that and say Charlie Common has a lot to answer for, and they try to collaborative post it with me. So I think I could see it. Yeah, not good.
Right.
We all have blunders and forget names and stuff. So
We do. Not Kane McAuliffe. We're mates. He likes his racing. He liked my racing story from Caulfield.
I've been off social media, but have you seen anything from Moss Travels recently? Has he
No, he's getting a bit weird for me. Like I'm.
you been in touch with him?
He went viral on TikTok.
You know what? I do. He sent me a message today. I haven't even opened it, but we can play it now.
Should we play the sting first?
Let's play this.
Oh, sorry. We better play this.
That's funny. He sent me one too. How good?
Hey?
He sent me one. That's very good.
Boom, boom. I want Muff in my room.
Still a bit shattered.
Let's hope he topped up or he'll have
No
a
one
wart on his shot.
fucking plays me for the full.
You're ruining the sting. Da 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 da. And Butts is fucking shit the bed. He's hating what Barlow said. Okay, yeah. Let's.
Should we ring Barlow?
Yes.
Ring him.
And
He'll
don't
pick up.
tell him we're on air.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
What do I say to him?
Just fucking
Can
ring him.
you call him?
No, he won't pick up for me.
What should I say to him?
Just say, hey, mate, I just want to talk about my craft and I'm losing a bit of confidence up forward. And then I'll say, you fucking rat.
Okay. You got to jump in before he actually gives an answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Craft.
Walrus.
12:30 Wednesday.
Craft on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll bring the boots. We'll get Butler right.
I'll be at Sal Mazda, mates. I've already told Butts fuck him. I don't care about his footy.
Supporting the sponsors.
Yeah, I'll be supporting the sponsors, but I honestly, mate, I could not give a fuck about Butler's 2's game.
Imagine playing reserves. It's not really my wheelhouse, mate.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a ones man.
Yeah, you've had it.
Fuck up, Barlow. You're not doing it again. But I was going to go hard on you for your fucking little coach mumbo jumbo wind blowing ass you're about to give him. But the fact that you said 12:30 Wednesday, you had me at hello, so I will be there, son. And I'm happy for the wee man to whack my arms with pool toys.
The
noodles, please.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. A bit of a noodle
If
whacking.
fucking Bryn Tickle needs a bit of a workover, bring him out too.
Well, should we do the Shark Tank? Just get
do
you
Shark
in the
Bait.
Shark. Are you familiar with Shark Bait?
No, I'm not, but
So
educate.
that's we circle it up, we cone it out, and we put one player in there, and a fresh player comes in every 20 seconds just to try
High
and
ball after
compete for ground balls, high balls. Yeah, well,
Would that
maybe
be
more of a
wise,
high
Michael,
ball.
about 3 days out from a first game in 10 years? I don't think we want to cook the goose, do we?
Well, Hayden Ballantyne once told me famously,
players, he's now a horse trainer.
Yep.
He trains his horses like some of his former teammates. And you were a workhorse, weren't you?
No, more a sort of injury-prone yet talented.
Okay. So maybe we will just pat you on the arse.
Yeah,
on
I think I need an arse patting.
He would train them if they were workhorses, he'd flog them
right
up to race day. But if they were a bit precious, like Chris Mayne was, pat on the arse.
No, I think we need the Maney kind of program. I think I need someone that I can confidently outmark. Maybe the lady that sells me the Powerades when I come to training. Maybe we'll drag her out on the track.
Is Draper in there with one Achilles?
He's there. He's very strong. I think he'd have me covered.
Yeah, we could get him involved. And have you seen how John's been operating on this?
Well, I have. I was privy. I was privy to the wee man's spray at half time where he said, "I know you're into your music, son, but I didn't expect you to wear your cymbals to the fucking game."
You're making that up.
Apparently, you fed it to him, Mick.
That's good.
Oh, I mean, he had the whole Salvation Army band leading out of the 50.
You made that up.
It's good gear, though, isn't it?
Good on you, Mickey. You've won me back, son. It's a date.
Good luck. Wednesday, 12:30.
Is that like Lombardi time? Like, do I need to be warmed up, ready to go at 12:30, or is that when we shake hands?
It's a loose hold in the diary.
Right.
Maybe a little bit earlier,
okay.
Actually.
I'll be there at 11:30.
Is the Oval at my convenience? Arden Street, is it?
Are we Arden?
Yeah, I have to go Arden.
I'm happy to go Arden.
Yeah, get Benny down there with the camera.
You're an absolute disgrace.
Oh, very good, Mickey. Thanks for coming on, mate.
We're back on, boys. You know what? That was Hutchie like. Like when there's a problem, we just get to the goal square and solve it. Because now I'm going to be prepared. Could you get back from sale in time?
Not for 12:30. I'll be back around 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
What about which of
up.
your teammates love me that would want to help out a bit? Let's kick a few balls. George?
Mate,
Jacko?
It's a day off. You're not getting
it's a day off.
Day off, yeah.
Injured blokes?
You might get Sylv.
Sylvie?
Yeah, he's got good foot.
Get the banger bus down
Do
there.
the Shark Tank.
Should we play Moss Sting again,
Yeah,
please?
sorry about that. Well done. That was good
crack
craft. Jesus, he was about to pop me too, wasn't he?
He's flat on me for doing that. Let's get Moss Sting
Is he
going.
flat? Is that from
Boom, 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 boom. I want Muff in my room. Let's hope he topped up or he'll have a wart on his shaft.
Da 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 da, and Butsy is back.
Mood swing. I wouldn't mind Mark Harvey though. Can he do me in the afternoon?
Oh yeah, he probably
Pay him
can.
enough.
Ask him. Okay, $100.
All right, this is
You're coming though.
Stop.
Sorry.
Down.
Just-
Sorry. Calm
Woo!
down.
You got the game. We get it.
Calm
We're going to
down.
get to Moss' voice message. He
Emma
sent.
Murray, where is she? Let's call her up.
He's lost it. He's lost it. Should we hear from Moff? Should we hear from Moff? All
I
right.
don't give a fuck.
Hi guys, Moffy here. Fuck me. Just finished up at Tomorrowland, and for Moffy, it was fucking Todayland. Fuck, it all happened. It was such a movie. It was the movie and the sequel. Just as I was experimenting with myself, the fucking stage burnt down. Oh my God. And then because I let my friend.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then Moff was kind enough to also send me one, Nick.
Yeah, good.
Woohoo! Joshy Moffy here, guys, and I'm coming at you straight from Tomorrowland. Oh my God, that's how much I've been yelling. My voice just broke. And for those that didn't know, Tomorrowland is in a small town in Belgium called Boom. Haha, named after me, after all the activities I've been getting up to. Anyway, I'm now going to go to Amsterdam, probably hitting up the red light district, and I'm going to put that place out of business. Woohoo! Moffy, Sir Shagalock, signing off. Woohoo!
That's a good one.
Sounds like something
He
good
sounds
fun.
better.
Yeah,
Sounds
doesn't he?
better.
Sounds up and about.
Did you get one?
No, I didn't get one.
He doesn't keep in contact with me.
No, it's very disappointing. It's more a Benny man.
How are we going here, Link?
It's a good show.
Oh.
There's one other thing I need to bring up about the game.
For fuck's
that we
sake.
have a sponsor
Anyway,
for the
back to
game.
me.
We have a sponsor for the game, which is Swarm Headgear, which is what the big X-Man and Caleb Daniel wear.
And Chom.
And
I've been wearing Swarm for the last 3 weeks on my shoulder. I've been wearing Swarm boob protection.
Yes.
On my shoulder blade.
There you go. So you're a swarm man.
I'm a
Anyway,
swarm man.
so the good people at Swarm, and there's a tagline there that when that phone charges, Benny, we're going to read out. So they've put a couple of swarms in the mail and one for Ted, and they said, you speak about your CTE a lot. I said, look, I got the noggin knocked around a little bit in the 15 years out there in the burbs, and they said, well, you're going to swarm up, and we'd love you to try it, and then and post a photo, which Drapesy, my social media man on the day, will be taking care of.
Yep.
What I want to discuss is, do we run out in the swarm? Do we swarm after half time? Maybe the last quarter when I really need a bit of extra courage? What would you do?
Well, if you're going to wear the swarm, you got to run out in it.
Well, no, Checkers banged it on at half time.
Yeah,
I think I might start head out. And then
When the
just
load
go,
starts
and then
pinging.
I think I need to involve Drapes. And I think Drapes going to walk it out.
Drapes has to walk out your swarm headwear at half time. It's a superpower.
Yeah, it's a superpower.
If I think you need it, I'll come out.
There you go.
See how many
Frontal lobe
contests
keeps
you're in.
dinging off.
All right, cop one. So new segment, boys. Can't wait for this one. AFL Shooter McGavin, which is the greatest villains, thanks to Happy Gilmore, who now playing only on Netflix. I've seen it. It's very good. Okay, so we're supposed to discuss shooter-style AFL figures that could be a bad sledger. They could be theatrical on the field. The players you love to hate but respect. Do you get my drift?
I got your drift.
Righto. You got one? Because I got a few.
I've got a good one, and this bloke I absolutely adore, and he was in the limelight again on the weekend. Toby Green.
Oh, I love him.
Absolute, he's a villain of the game, but an absolute star.
So
Goes about
good.
the right way, plays good, tough, hard footy, and loves a little jab at the opposition.
He's a loved villain.
Yeah, he is.
I reckon
He's universally
7-8
loved.
years ago, everyone hated him. And I remember in COVID times,
He did an
when
interview
when
with-
he pushed the umpire though, but they just,
Oh, yeah.
everyone, the AFL made him out to be this prick, and they said, you're just a bad boy and you're bad to the bone. And all the fans hated him, and now everyone just thought, I wish he played for us. Wish he and other players started saying, geez, wish he played for us. And now everyone just says that. Except Tom Papley. But even he would respect him.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
reckon
It's good for the game.
Pappers likes the banter with Toby.
He's a bit of a villain too.
Tom Papley wasn't mine.
He's a bit of a shooter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, who's your shooter? Have you got a shooter?
Yeah, I'm going Dermy.
Oh, yeah.
The Derm's a good one.
Yeah, he was a bit of a villain back in the day.
Anyone that used to get booed in the 80s and 90s was the villain. But you'd all have Dermy dating a granny. That's a good one.
What about yours?
Well,
Nick?
I've got a couple here. I mean, one of my old Geelong 2's teammates, Scotty Thompson, was a bit of a villain. Everyone hated him. I mean, Barry Hall almost killed him. But he was a niggler and an antagonist, and he was always a bit undersized for a defender, so he'd try to just get in people's faces.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of villain about him. But Ross Lyon is my villain. I've been scared of him since the moment I was rubbing the microphone against his man boob and he grabbed it. And he's just got this aura. And I know people that played with him that said he was a nut on the field and he couldn't walk past a fight. Bit of the Mark Harveys. And he's still got that. He acts like he's cuddly Ross and he can talk the talk and he can run a footy club, but he's still that nutter. So he's the kind of guy that you rock up to a press conference and he drills you down about your attire and doesn't give you the first question. And
Don't wear Birkenstocks.
What a prick.
What is it? Perception.
Perception is
Perception's reality, right? Xander, you have the first question. But like Nasiah Wanganeen-Miller, when he was on his shoulders having beers after he won the game, there's something about Ross. And I would want to please Ross. And Barlow's got some great Ross stories.
Barlow has some good Ross stories.
He challenges you and he's tough and he's a bit mad and he's a shooter McGavin. Like, I think even if you're playing for him, you'd hate him, but you'd love him. Yeah.
Good segment.
Thank you. Boys, almost there. I think it's been a good show. Been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster for me, mainly because of Barlow. But I think we've come through it. And it's been enjoyable.
It's had it all.
Yes, it has.
It's been all over the shop, but it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been good fun.
That's
Get
what
to
it's
our
all
guest?
about. I think we should. Now, just to
we tease him?
Oh, fuck, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I know. We've had Dermy. We've had Matty Hill. We had Mick Moldhouse. We've had, who else we had?
Grace Egan.
Gracie Egan. We've had some good ones, some Hall of Famers. This is our best guest, Plumbers.
Jack Rewer.
Wow.
Jack Rewer. He was
Max
pretty good
Gawn.
too. Max Gawn.
Max,
They've
we did
all
have
been
Max
good.
Gawn.
Okay, they've all been good.
We can't
And
name everyone. We've
they're
had that
pretty
many.
much all Hall of
We had
Famers,
Ivan
just
Soldo as
quietly.
well.
And Gracie Egan might get in the Tigers W Hall of Fame. It's bloody good. For pure storytelling, presence, being a unicorn, which is just what is a unicorn? A unicorn is something that doesn't fit. It breaks the mold. A mold breaker.
Victor Wembanyama.
Wemby. I laughed so hard at one of these stories I pissed myself. Caruso's penis. Just a
Shout
little
out to
squirt.
Caruso's. We love
Yeah,
Caruso's.
we do. Frankie Caruso.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
man.
Where is someone stolen my penis?
They have.
We were passed
Where
on
is my
some-
bag of peelas?
I've got to find them. They're in the office.
I was
somewhere.
also not passed
Check
on my
the cameras.
penis.
Check Snake Eyes cameras.
Yeah, get
Who's
Snakey's
stolen
cameras.
my penis?
Because I've been urinating like there's no tomorrow.
Oh God!
good
In
ad.
saying that, just quickly, I've got one story. If there is a Caruso's poo-less, I had to give it to Ted in the cab on the way home from Noosa. So I've got him in a cab, and the man's taking us home, and Ted, the guy's just sort of listening to his music in the front, and Ted's like, "I did do a poo, Dad." And I'm like, "Mate, we're on the Tulla, mate. Like, you're just gonna have to hold that poo." And I'm like, "Just here you go. Here's some footy highlights. Just hold the poo." And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, "It's coming, Dad. I'm just pooing in my pants." And I'm like, fuck, we can't do this in a cab. And I started panicking like I had hives on my neck. And luckily he held on to it. But if there is a Caruso's poo-less, maybe I could get some.
Can we get some for Ted? And
some for Ted.
we probably need it for our next guest also.
Yeah, indeed. He needed it. Or maybe he needed some poo more. Anyway, let's get to him. He's bloody good.
Let's go.
Righto, how good's this? There's been a lot of talk about unicorns in footy in the last few weeks. Dangerfield's a unicorn. Sam Darcy's a unicorn because he's big and can run. This man, our special guest, was the original unicorn. Paul Salmon, you're a unicorn 40 years ago. You are the unicorn.
40.
Say unicorn
That
again.
is,
Fair intro.
well, I don't know what to say. That's very flattering. I appreciate that. Quite an introduction. But it's great to be with you boys, and been quite excited. I don't know what's got me excited, but I'm very happy to be here.
And you look the part.
Do I?
You just look like you're off a Milan catwalk. We look like some of the cats dragged in.
I got a pair of black denims. I did get this in France last year. This
It's a nice
coat.
piece.
It's very warm.
Very nice piece.
And now I just came across like a complete wanker. We're a bit less than a minute in, but yeah, I'm feeling good. Thanks, Nick.
You've given us some of the best gold we've heard in the last 10 minutes off air. So what we can get on air, we will. But
nothing left.
There's some really good shitfish
Right.
you had. I'm going to start, okay? Because it's a younger audience, okay? So we're going to have to educate a little bit about the halcyon days and the 80s and 90s and sheets. But the big one that's coming out a lot at the moment, and I'm sure you've copped it in the front bar somewhere, is the Sam Darcy comparison. How does it sit with you? Because you are, just for those uninitiated, 206, could dominate in the ruck, and I'm not pissing in your pocket here, you could also dominate forward. Kick bags are 10 and more. How do you go when a young Turk comes on the scene and they're getting compared to you all the time?
Well, to be honest, I'm really happy. It makes me happy to see Sam doing so well. It makes me super happy to see tall blokes, 200 plus, taking their place in the game. And when I started, 200 plus was a super novelty. Like I was, I kind of like a circus act in a way because I was so different. Like nowadays, it's so nice to see it so commonplace. Sam's an exception in terms of because. Just because you're tall doesn't mean you can play forward.
Shit, no.
It means you can learn the ruck. It means you can actually become a competent ruckman, if not a very good one, in time and given, your application. But forward was a bit new. I hadn't played a lot forward when she decided that's where he wanted to play me. But I'd been a very athletic kid, so I was a very quick kid. I could take the ball off my toes. I could do all that sort of stuff. And that sort of was of interest to Sheeds because I had that mobility. Yeah. And I think. When people think height's your weapon, that's your one wood. Yeah. That's when you got them, because they don't allow. Because I probably kicked most of my goals, and I wouldn't even know the percentages on leads.
Yep.
And the one-on-one stuff was, it's the height's handy to have. But again, it's frustrating when you hear commentators go, "Oh, you took that because he's tall," and I hate that comment. Your height does it. I mean, you still got to read the flight. You still got to get your body in the right position. You still got to execute. So, but those days were heady days, Nick, and my career starting like that was not unexpected.
Fish, you mentioned your knee injury there. That was early career. I had a lot of injuries early in my career and struggled with them a little bit. I'm through the other side now. How did you deal with that? How did it come about? Because you're on track to win the Coleman that year as well, where you're not in your first year. It's a lot of pressure.
63 and 13.
I didn't see it coming, of course. I trained super hard that summer. Sheeds wouldn't let me on the track until I'd done an hour in the gym. I wasn't a big lover of gym, but he wanted me to build my body. So I usually hit the track. Those 2 summers, I hit the track with not being able to lift my arms above my head because we were heavy on bench press and stuff in those days. And
you just do as much as possible, probably. Yeah.
But I got confidence in my body, but we had to sacrifice track time. But I was doing overs, staying out later and stuff. But I wasn't getting to train with the group, which most of those guys like to do. That's kind of the best thing about training. But then it clicked. It happened. I played the first round of 1984 was against St Kilda at Moorabbin, and we had a very young Tony Lockett up one end and me up the other, and we both kicked 7 that day. And I just grew in confidence. My first mark that day was a one-hander in the goal square with my other arm pinned, And I remember these really clearly because they're little moments in your footy career where you go, hey, I think I can do this. And it blossomed from there. I got my first root a couple of weeks later.
How long did that go?
I don't know. It was
quite short, probably. As they all are.
No, it was silly. That never happened. Then look, some of those sort of social things happen without boring you too much. But I'd be at the end of queues like everyone else at a pub. Like the local Ringwood pub was in Manhattan, had a revolving dance floor. Like
that'd have been a bloodhouse.
The boys called it the buffet. That you could do that in the 80s.
Yeah,
it was a very different era.
Growing up in Ringwood, was it rough in Ringwood? What type of suburb was it like?
It had some. It had a nice edge to it, but it wasn't rough. Not like the reputation that the northern and western suburbs came with, come out to us. But yeah, it was a great place to grow up, Charlie. And the nightclubs. And I was at the back end of the queues, and then one night, I'll never forget it. The security guard stepped out 2 steps, and he saw me at the back of the queue, and he caught my eye, and he waved me down. I'm going, what's this all about? Like, this is only now I've kicked 20-something goals in 3 rounds, and I'm going, wow. And he called me and he gave me these tickets, and I don't know, I thought they were entry tickets, but they ended up being drink cards.
Oh, hello.
Classic.
So I got drink card, I got push up the front, I got drink cards, and I got this little sort of roped off area in the club. Like now but these are all my mates. I went to school with all these guys, and I'm saying, piss off, I don't need stay. You're on that side of the rope. Come on.
Sounds like Drapes, mate.
No, that didn't.
Drapes Electric.
We had a lot of fun with it, and it was a crazy time. But then to get to your question, the knee turned everything upside down in a second. And, when it happened, the sensation was really weird. Getting carried off on the stretcher around Victoria Park was an experience all footballers should have, particularly if you're in opposition. Well, here's the thing, and the great lessons to learn young. Getting carried on the stretcher around the wing, there was lots of trainers. I had the towel across my face, and I could hear just how much all this Collingwood crowd, how well they knew my mum. And it was, that was unsettling, right? Because, and I got home and I said, Mum, this is what they were saying. And she goes, Paul, that's disgusting. I said, well, Mum, where there's smoke, there's fire. We've got to talk about it. Anyway, that was really off whack. And then I get around to behind the goals and still got the towel on my face, and the trainer started swearing and cursing, and I thought it started to rain. All right, so I took my towel off my face to watch, because the opposition race was near the cheer squad, Collingwood cheer squad. And they were spitting.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
As I went down with my smashed knee, the great Sam Newman, who he was my ruck coach at the time, he came in to check on me and stuff, and he said, don't worry, that's part of it. He said something really wise. He said, they're not spitting on you, they're spitting on the jumper. So never take it personally.
That's probably true. That's
good advice.
So and it was kind of a really good lesson to learn as a 19-year-old, that not to take it personally. Anyway, and then 2 days later, you're sitting in front of a surgeon that says, I can't promise you're going to play again, Paul. Because getting a knee reconstruction in the 80s was a bit of a death knell. There wasn't too many mentors, role models. I mean, Neil Danaher was going through his 3rd at the time, or 2nd.
Wow.
And there was no one to look at and go, hey, he did it.
Yeah.
But so the journey for me was, one, just to do everything right. Get really disciplined around the recovery and the rehab. And to be honest, I don't mean to be too self-indulgent on this, but the next question was, what am I most proud of in my career? It's that I played 300 games after my knee reco, when I was told that it's uncertain I'll play again, and that's sort of something you can fall back on all your whole life. You just have to front up
resilience,
all the time,
resilience,
do the work.
And there was no, compared to these boys, there was no welfare really, or not as much around the footy clubs back then. So where did you go and find the emotional support, so you didn't get down to the dumps?
It wasn't Roger Merritt's house.
No, I mean, there was
didn't go around to Vander's place for that.
Getting pissed was probably the way blokes coped, didn't they?
Well, it was a different era. Any signs of inability to cope emotionally with your environment was a sign of weakness, so you wouldn't last. I mean, I sometimes refer to the locker room as a pretty brutal place, and in the sense that, you really have to learn how to manage and navigate relationships in a club to survive. It's a key to getting to sometimes performance, certainly your existence within the club. But I had some great leaders, the Terry Danners and Simon Maddens, who I love dearly to today. Got around me. Learning off Simon as a kid was really helpful, because I did want to play ruck. But full forward was sexy. And I was kicking goals, and it was kind of headlines, and you're a kid, and not like I was ego chasing. It was kind of a real novelty value. The knee slowed things down, and immensely for me. But because when pre-knee, I'm relying on my speed and mobility, and I was good both sides of my body. All those things that. Well, Sam's probably much better than I was, but I was good at those things. I trained for them. Sheeds was red hot on opposite side of the body, red hot. So when you come back from a knee injury like that, it was no more turning on a 5-cent piece. We had cash back in those days. It was now a bit of an arc turn.
So that just went, even when you're only, 21 when you got back?
20 when I came back.
And that real cat-like movement had gone.
Well, you're very generous to call it cat-like, but I was very mobile.
Yeah, you were.
No, and I was quick, and I was proud of that. I was a big man that wanted to beat Tim Watson in the sprints.
There you go. Yeah.
I wasn't going to sit at the back of the sprints. It was my intent to show. It was almost like you're always trying to prove yourself as a kid, particularly amongst your teammates, and your posture up a bit. But yeah, for me, it was important that I was in that space, but. I'm not using excuses, it's just what it was. I was just happy to get back and play. And when I got back, my first game back in 85, mid-year, right to the day, I got, when the fixtures came out 8 months prior, late 84, I circled the game, wanted to come back in. Yeah. It was a twos. It wasn't that bold, but I was very bold when I circled the next game as my first senior game back, right? But this is goal setting and visualising what you want to do. And so I got back in the twos. I kicked 10 against Hawthorn in the twos, my first game back. Which I don't know where that came from. It was just, but I thought, hey, this is easy as riding a bike. Well, reality hits pretty quick, And then Sheeds got me into the seniors the next week because I think Roger Merritt was suspended, crunched my knee. I couldn't straighten. I spent the next 2 years playing with a slightly bent leg because I couldn't get it locked. It took me 3 years, but that was consistent with what the surgeon said it would take. So that was cool. So I crunched, lots of scar tissue, heaps of trouble with that, and come around 20. I'm still playing in the reserves and can't get a kick.
Yeah.
I can't get a kick, can't find it, which leads into the story how I played in the premiership team that year.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
I was going to ask you anyway. I like it.
So I'm playing around 20, one kick against the St Kilda, I think it was against St Kilda at Windy Hill.
Yeah, one disposal.
One possession.
Oh, God.
And now the seniors are on top of the ladder.
In the twos?
I'm in the twos.
Shit.
Yeah. So things are looking pretty grim.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt I was giving up here. I kind of had that white flag flowing because I just put so much emotional energy to playing in that final series. I owned a gym back then, and Sheeds popped in one day, early that next week after I got one touch. And he said, come with me, we're going for a drive. And there's lots of mayonnaise I can add to the story because he can't drive. He's terrible. He's a terrible driver. I don't know, hasn't had major accidents. He should be allowed on the road. I hope he's not driving now. That would be a terrible thing to say. I've got in his little red Celica two-door. My knees are up on the dashboard. I don't fit, and he's driving me to a park. It was, you guys might be aware of, it's Gels Park out in Waverley. Gels Park near Waverley Park.
Yeah, I know.
You ever heard of it?
No,
okay, it's a big park, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I'm in this little red Celica with a middle-aged guy going to a park. I'm thinking, well, whatever it takes, I'm doing what I probably have to do. To get
might be straight in the cubicle,
whatever Kevin wants, he gets today.
Fair enough for a flag. Fish, I would too.
This is important. Like my career, everything's on the line. So we get to the park, we get out, we go up and sit in. I'm not just adding mayonnaise here, but he sat me down in front of the toilet block on the side. And with the, would you like the view, right? From the toilet block. It was... But I'm getting very, very uncomfortable with the whole situation. But anyway, he said to me, how you going, big fella? And I said, I think I've forgotten how to play. And he goes, well, you haven't forgotten how to play. He said, I'm here to make a deal with you. And I'll cut this story short. He goes, if you come out to the club looking like you want to play finals footy, train the house down for me. He said, I'll play you. If we make the grand final, he said, I'll play you. I'm going, hang on, can I understand that? I said, you just want me to come out and train well. He said, you got to remember you're 6'9", your teammates notice you. You're very visual in the change rooms. So what you do is magnified. over and that above a smaller teammate. He said, I need every player in my team coming with a mindset of playing finals footy. Otherwise, you shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Right. So you got a choice. So my choice was to go to the club that night, give the bird to the boys because I know I'm in the team. If I can train there. So I did train the house down. Forgot about the one kick. And it's all between the ears, isn't it? Sometimes I went out in the twos that week, and it was now around. We only got 2 games to go. So I kicked 11 in the twos, from 1 kick to 11 goals in the twos. And the next week he played me in the seniors in the last game of 85. And I got 7 against Sydney up in Sydney. Wow. And then a few weeks later got 6 in a premiership win. So
confidence.
All about Sheeds just picking me up. Just this is great leadership because it's just about awareness sometimes. And he thought I had something to add. I thought I had nothing. And so thank you to Kevin. I got to play in that game. Yeah.
So that was the best of him? Like your relationship seemed real... Love-hate's too strong, but he was really hard on you at times as well. But
he was hard on everyone.
Yeah.
But he was
Did he ride you?
No, he's like a second dad to me. I went out to Essendon when I was 15. My first year at Essendon was his first year. So I was 15 going 16. I was going to play year under 19s. He would invite me around to his family's house. I got to meet his beautiful wife Geraldine very on, build a relationship with his kids very early. He was. I think he was very careful about how he dealt with me. In some ways, he could go hard at a lot of the boys, but he was all right. I just think Kevin lost confidence in me as the journey went on. There was a point where I was a better option than Simon Madden in the ruck, and should have taken over, or the weighting of ruck work to forward work should have changed, but it didn't. And then Peter Somerville came on board. Now I'm 12 years into a career. I'm still an apprentice basically because I'm playing my second best position, which is always forward, but I'm still pretty good at it. But so then you go forward a couple more years, and I'm 31. And what am I going to do with my career? To me it was a real. My body was broken. My mind was totally broken, and. I was lucky. I landed in a place called the Hawthorn Footy Club. So that's way in advance. But Sheeds, I just think, probably lost confidence in me at a point. And he had every right to because I was missing games with injuries. In the first actual minute of the game in the 1993 grand final against Carlton, Sauce accidentally kicked me in the back of the heel and my Achilles was shot that day. And then I had to have it reconstructed at the end of the next season because I didn't pick up on it early enough. So the next year was a write-off for 10 games. All one-effort games because my Achilles would shut down by quarter time.
Jabbed to get through that. You played pretty well in 93, didn't you?
93, but it was 94 that my season went to shit.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but 93 was good. Yeah, I had a good year because I was splitting a lot of time between helping Summer out a lot more. So this whole thing about forward ruck play, I worry when they, Max Gawn and Brodie Grundy came together, it was this excitement. We can make this work, the forward.
You knew.
But they're both crafts. Yep. They're both crafts. They're not, and with respect to other positions, they're very unique roles in a team, and they both need, So if you're either naturally inclined to be able to execute both those roles, or you're not, as I said before, if you're not a natural forward, you have to get to work on that and try to make the unnatural more natural. If you're a natural ruckman, then you can build because mostly tall blokes have played on ball through their junior careers, so they're much more at ease with that role. So it's not easy. I know I've got to be careful because it sounds a bit self-conclusive. It's not it's not as easy as people would like to think it is to play both those roles.
What do you see in him? Because he's making a good fit. Obviously, got injured.
I wish I could move like him.
He was making a nice fist of it up forward.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I went and watched Sam a couple of times earlier this year, and he was a bright light in what was some pretty disappointing football that Essendon were playing early in terms of just in terms of playing 4 quarters and stuff. But no, I love watching Sam play. It's you haven't got necessarily a natural feel for everything yet.
No,
but you've got a really natural flair for doing the instinctive really well. Mm-hmm. And if you trust your instincts and play that way deep into your career, it's going to be a weapon for you. Mm-hmm. Don't let the conformity of the game get you down.
Never.
That's right. So be you, but yeah, I'd love, you're going to get to a point where you really respect the art of ruck work at some point. But again, they're doing their best to strip away the art of ruck work. He's very athletic. Yeah, great hands, mate. Beautiful, sweet off the boot. So big future ahead. I think it's great. And I'm glad he's wearing an Essendon jumper. I'm not sure how long it's going to be for.
Well, he's in demand, Fish, and that's a good place to be. As a 25-year-old footballer, he's a wanted man.
Well, it is a good place to be, Sam. And look, I haven't been at the Essendon Footy Club involved for a long time, but I hope you feel like you're in a good environment there, mate. And it's where you can grow and become a great player. Because, shit, if you're playing the game at how old are you now?
26.
26. So you want to be a great player by the time you're 29, 30, and that's a trajectory you're on, mate. But it's I hope it's with the Bombers. We'll see. But that's life, isn't it? Like, I changed clubs at 31, and as I said, it's big ask in your 30s to do it, but it happens. And Sheeds used to, he used to threaten us. He goes, "No blokes ever go to another club and excel." And he used to give us examples. He said, "Look at this bloke," and he'd just rattle off names. And he'd go, "Change clubs, never happened, never worked for him." So you rarely got Essendon players, leaving Essendon onto brighter things. It's almost like he talked them out of it. It's like he was psyching the team out. But it retained, it sort of enhanced not the right word, but it sort of built loyalty within the team. But
it's what they had to do back then. Those guys. They were bush psychologists, bush salesmen.
Yeah,
they were a lot, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Disciplinarians.
I was almost embarrassed. I sought out a psychologist when I was coming back from my knee. Yeah. And actually it was before my knee. It was before my knee, and I didn't want any of my teammates to know because it was just going to be the end of it. It was the end of the world as I knew it.
How things change, eh?
If my teammates knew that I was seeing a sports psych. And this sports psych worked with top tennis players. His name was Noel Blundell, and Sheeds had got him out to do some reactionary stuff, reflex time and some psych work. Just to introduce it, he had Rudy Webster, the great radiologist who was a highly regarded sports psych for the West Indies cricket team and us. He was a great man, Rudy. Anyway, I sought out Noel very quietly, very sheepishly, very discreetly.
Yeah.
I said, I'm struggling with all this. And he goes, what's your biggest challenge? I said, I don't know how to deal with people being nice to me. Like, I don't know how to deal with all the positive feedback, which sounds weird, but all the pats on the back. Because at that stage, I'm getting my brain to a space where Nick would come up to me and go, "Oh, Fish, geez, you were great today." And I'd go, "Oh, yeah, thanks, Nick, but geez, that third quarter, I really dropped away, mate." And I'd find reasons to talk my game down rather than the other way. And Noel just gave me the best skill. I know it's for a young bloke. It was just a handy skill at 19. He goes, "Well, we're just going to work on your ability to say thank you and move on." Right, simple.
Without being a prick.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that, Nick.
Bang.
You did this to me.
Not taking it
Don't
on.
justify it. Don't try and work through it with you.
Smart.
So the
You
fans
did it to me at the gym the other day. I said, "You're looking in great shape," and you went, "Thank you. That's nice."
and then bicep up.
Well, it was like that. I did do that. But it was a great way to help me cope anyway. Yeah.
Old teammates. I want to hear about a few. My heroes growing up. I'm not. 80s, I was young. Early 90s, lunatics like Harvey and the end of TD and those boys. Drapes knocks around with a few of those boys now. What do you got for us, Drapesy?
Well, Harvey.
Crew you riding with?
Mark Harvey.
You're not getting in his little
click.
Always. He's
Really?
got a great job at the club. Not sure what he does. He's looks after the sponsors.
The lunatics find each other.
But no, I had a chat with him today, and I said, "What about Big Fish?" And then he said,
Not a good source, mate.
"First of all, he's overrated."
Yeah, that's true.
He said, "You're a bit of a tight ass," and that's
That's a bit rich coming from halves.
he said,
okay, good.
The only reason you go to the Salt Gym is because it's Solly's and you get it for free. But he did say to ask about one time he went on a night out with halves down to a club in Moonee Ponds and
Regimes.
Yeah, how you went that night.
Okay, where is Regimes? Because I used to live in Moonee Ponds, and I'm keen to see.
Do you know the?
Well, is it on Alexander Road?
Mount Road, isn't it?
Is it
No,
on
it's Puckle Street.
I was on Puckle Street.
It was at the Mount Alexander Road end of Puckle Street.
Yeah, okay.
Nightclub and okay. Well, on the first few points, halves it's a bit rich coming from halves. Wow. So I love halves. We were almost chalk and cheese the way we went about life. He was running with gangs until he was 30 over in Keilor, and I've almost got grandkids going. And but we always got along really well. I thought it's like the opposites kind of attract, and I loved hanging out with him. But this particular night, he says, "Fish, going to catch up with him. We're going to Regimes. Get down there." It was after a game. I thought, look, I'll stay out this side of town because it's always a long trip home because I lived in North Ringwood. I'll stay out here and get a taste of the northern suburbs delights, right? So go to Regimes, and I get there. I'm with a guy named Darren Williams. Daisy Williams was a great rover for Essendon at the time. One of the great men walking the earth. And another mate of ours, I mean, it was a cop, but he was off duty, right? So I said, strategy number one, which plays into his tight ass call, is I'd get the first shout because the number's going to grow, right? So I get the first one because once the next couple of blokes rock in. So I get the first shout. I got 4 beers. I come back and Daisy's there going. I said, "Where's Halves gone?" And Daisy sort of flicks his eyes over the other side of the club, and it's doof doof doof. It's going nuts, and he's up on this raised area. It's like a stage area over the side, and he's not, maybe I can tell this story nowadays. I can't help but told it.
I think he ticked it off.
So he's nose to nose. He's invited it. Yeah. He's nose to nose with this guy, right? And they're swearing. You can see the spit going on. And I go, "Oh no!" And Daisy goes, "Mate, I've done my shoulder." And Brett, the off-duty cop, goes, "I cannot get involved. I cannot." And I go, "Oh, yeah." So I gave him the beers and I trundle over. Yeah, it's like the 1985 brawl was about 70 metres in front of me, and I did it in a personal best 2 minutes 38 seconds to get to that fight. Well, this took me a little while, but while I'm heading over towards it, I'm watching what's going on. There's this other crew. They're like 6 blokes standing around ringing it. And they were all on the side of this other dude, right, that Halves was facing down. I don't know, well, you know what happens then, but it started, and Halves is using this bloke's head as a speedball. Right? and I'm going, I'm having second thoughts here. And then these other guys jump in and they've got Halves and they've got him in a headlock, and a couple of cheap ones are going in. And so I get over there, and I'm not blessed in the arts of the... what's the other word? Pugilism. Yeah. But I'm there to play a role, so I'm just grabbing bodies and I'm throwing blokes off stage and stuff. And I'm going, we shouldn't look at this nowadays.
Yeah,
it'd be totally misunderstood. I didn't know Halves was what the history behind that situation, but clearly he was there to get the job done, and we were just sort of a bit part players in his bigger game. So I'm trying as many bodies as I can off stage, and then I see this thing coming from my left because now I've got Halves in one hand and the other guy in the other hand, trying to say it's enough, and they're still swinging. And this guy comes from, he ran, because I think the crowd stepped back a bit from what was going on. And he had, I swear to God, I saw something off the mirror balls, because that's what we had in those days, and he had the knuckle dusters on.
Oh, Jesus.
So he's coming at my head, and I've sort of swung my head back to avoid it, and it's clipped me on the way through and taken my eyebrow. So I've gone out the back, I've gone backstage, because that's, now, I don't think it's sat me, but it was enough to say, I've had a go for this.
Yeah.
So and the security there. So that's right. And the security took me out to the kitchen. They've cleaned me up, and I've got the Band-Aid on, and I come out, and I'm a bit worse for wear, and I'm going, what have I just got involved in, all this stuff. I walk outside, but I'm pretty angry, right? Because I want to know where this, believe it or not, Sam, I want to know where this bloke with the knuckle dusters is right now. Because I was, this dark side of me came out. I was looking for the square up, right? Like this. So we get down to the Puckle Street, and this dude that was one of Halves' mates, and he reckons it was a case of mistaken identity. He didn't realise it was me. So anyway, I was chasing him down Puckle Street, and I was saying, stop fish, he's my mate and stuff. And it turns out I got to the bottom of it a couple of days later. It was just, I think it was Keilor versus Strathmore.
Classic, yeah.
At the time, that's what was going on.
It's a derby.
Yeah, it was a local derby. Anyway, Halves, I know he laughs about it, he chuckles about it. We were both young blokes, but he lived a different life, and on the field you wouldn't get a better teammate, that's for sure. Off the field too, he was always there for his teammates and the boys. Although I felt set up that night, there's no doubt about that.
Fish, we've got the fish.
Charlie got in a punch on once. Did he? Yeah, he was all right. He
looked like a punch on
chested a bloke and then just did this. Covered his noggin.
I got done from behind it. Yeah,
smart.
No, I turned him. I was going to touch him. We got the Paul Salmon Fishtails book on the table. Is it a collection of your best stories from footy?
I should say I'm very proud of this book. That sold my biography quite well, and so the publisher asked me to do another book. But I had a lot of fun writing this. It was kind of half ghosted, but I love because they're all, believe it or not, they're true stories with a little bit of mayonnaise. Right?
I want your best from that
like
book.
Our show.
Sorry,
I would love to get your best from that book.
Okay. The worst is the only non-truthful story in this was one that my ghostie wanted to put in there because he thought it was funny. It was about me getting picked up in a taxi by an Indian driver. We could do this in the 80s. And I said to the driver, I said, take me to Windy Hill. And he took me to the top of the Dandenongs. it's a windy
That's
hill.
funny.
That sort of quality in there. That's the worst. But I mean, the story I rate the best, which is
You
a
might
story
sell
about
a few copies here because our
No, you
audience
won't.
fish are
You
like
can't find
they're reptiles
How
and
do you
they're
even-
degenerates. And if you give them a little bit of what we call a donk chat or something rude, they'll go and they're desperate for it.
I don't even know you found a copy of it. There's only 5 printed, and Mum brought 2. But there was a story in there that didn't get into the biography, which I'm quite proud of. It's about me taking a dump in hospital.
That's the one. They'll love
Is that
this.
the one?
They'll buy it for this. Yep.
Right,
Re-release.
So back in the days when I got my knee, Rico Sam, it was a 9-day stretch in hospital. Can't leave bed, right? So I got a plaster cast, which is fiberglass from my hip to my toe. So I'm not moving anywhere. I'm stationary, and I had a fancy for one of the young nurses. She was really cute, and I thought I was making some inroads on it. By day 8, by day 9, she comes in and she goes, "Oh, we've got you're probably ready to go home, Paul, but we've got to get you. You've got to have a movement before you go home, right?"
Yes.
And I didn't know what a movement was, so I started doing some like arm swings. What do you think?
Calisthenics.
Literally, she goes, no, I mean, you've got to go to the toilet. You haven't shit in 9 days. You've got to have one before you go home. So I don't even feel like it. She goes, well, we have some methods that will assist with the process. So would you be interested in getting some help? So the sooner you have it, the sooner you can go. I said, basically, I said, what do you got? So she went back and she came back with a little tray and had some goodies on it. And one of them was this tube of gooey stuff. And she goes, I need you to roll on your side. Fantastic. Should have read the bottle. It was suppository. It's my first. And it's the first time I've ever been tampered with. So it's kind of a big moment for me. Yeah, so I'm on the side. I bring my knee up to the chest. Yes. And she goes, all right, are you ready? Take a deep breath. And I took a deep breath and she went to go whack and I wasn't open for business, right? I just wasn't responsive. It was totally non-responsive. So she's going, Paul, you're going to have to relax, take another breath. And I go, so that happened 3 times. And she goes, look, I'm just going to do something to help you relax. And I said, that's fine. This is a very intimate thing. And this is a girl that I thought, well, I might be able to get the date after this experience is over. And I think she's quickly cooling on that idea.
Finger in your date.
She goes, this is a technique so just roll with me. And she started smacking me on the butt cheek, right? Yes. So just distract the entry point. So I was getting, just visualise that where I'm getting spanked by a nurse.
I'm loving it.
With a suppository up the clacker. Yes. So she finally got entry.
Heaven. Seriously, this is good.
Every bloke should do. I didn't realise at the time there's a lot of blokes would like to be my shoes right now.
Yes.
Well, bed socks. Anyway, she finally got it in. She said, Paul, that's not going to take long. Usually about half an hour. Just ring the buzzer when you're ready to go. And because I couldn't get to the toilet, they had to bring the bedpans in. So this is all in the book, and it's much more colourful in the book than it is me talking about it. But anyway, I ring the buzzer. It would have been between 5 and 10 minutes. I'm ready. Like I didn't realise how ready I was. Yes. Right? And she comes back in, nice polite knock on the door, and she's got this little, what I'd call like ice cream bowl, right? And I said to her, look, I think you're going to need bigger. I swear to God, I think you're going to need bigger than the ice cream bowl. So she goes, oh, look, I understand. Yeah, that's fine. So she goes back out and she comes back, and I'd say she came back with a bowl that kind of more your fruit salad type of bowl.
Yeah.
Right? And I said, I could roll with that, but I just think it's be safer to have a bigger one, and you better be quick. This is like she's about to hit town. So she went back and she rushed back, and I swear to God, she had this biggest fruit bowl. It was huge. And I said, I don't think we're talking now. But I hadn't actually contemplated the science behind taking a dump in a bowl on a bed because
Hard.
Well, it is hard, Charlie. I appreciate you saying that, mate. So I levered myself up onto this bowl, and now I'm inside it. The bowl. And she goes, look, Paul, I think in fairness, I'll leave while you do that and just ring the buzzer when you're done and I'll come back. I'm thinking, you poor thing. She left the room and I don't know what happened. To this day, I don't know. It was a very natural experience, but it hit the bowl, right? And it dispersed itself everywhere. It hit the wall. It hit the floor. It hit the door of the bathroom. It's up the back. It's down the plastic
amazing.
cast. It's everywhere. I've shit all over myself. I can't do anything, and it just keeps on going. It's like I'm not stopping. That's express. I'm not stopping that. And it kept on going and going as a gusher.
Oh shit!
So I'm now lying in it. I lay in that. Literally, it's because the pan is full and the shit's all over the floor and my bed. I'm lying in it. And I couldn't bring myself to Because I know ringing that buzzer, she's not
No,
going
you
out with me.
can't do that. No.
That love story's over.
Done.
Yeah.
But I sat there for 5 minutes and it had a bit of stink on, so I had to. I eventually ran the buzzer, and she came in, and you should have seen her face. It's like I said, yeah, and she put her hair in the corner, and I'll never forget her face. I mean, it's triggering to this day because she looked at me and the look of despair in her face, Sam, like the look of what do I do here?
Yeah.
And
We're
she
done.
goes,
She's thinking we're done.
Paul, give me a few minutes. I'm going to need some help. And she came back and 4 nurses, half an hour later.
Hazmat suits.
I'm lying in clean bed sheets. I've been bed bathed. I've got to be honest, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's worth the wait.
Shit wiped off you.
Sponging. Call it the ceremonial sponging before you get to depart the hospital. And so I was sponged over with an inch of my life.
Yeah.
And I was allowed to leave the hospital that day. But that story didn't make my autobiography for a good reason, but the publisher allowed it into the Fish Tales. And there it is. In prosperity today.
That might be the best we've ever had on this show. We've had some loose stuff, but
Well, I
that's
toned it down a
real
little
good
bit too.
fish.
I held back on that one because no one really wants to tell stories about
Our audience do.
They do.
Yeah,
They love
really
it.
well. And I've
Takes
got,
that.
I've got a few more for you here. These are from the audience.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So, not all of them are rude, but we've just got top 3. So, from Lukey Rowland, he's a mad bomber. We know him. BOG from the 93 flag celebrations. Who was it? So
Good question. Well, because I did my Achilles that day, my leg blew up and I left an hour into the night, which is a great disappointment to me because I didn't get to celebrate that night, that special night with the boys because I just could not put weight on the foot and the leg. But the next morning it became evident that Joe Messidi was hands down, and I think his partying extended into about the 4th or 5th month, unfortunately, for his 1994 season. Smoking Joe was, and look, we had a great bunch of young blokes, so I won't bang on, but what a incredibly special year that was when you start not expecting a lot. The whole football world's expecting you to finish 10th, Nick, and it's kind of a wet blank. We've had icons retire. Terry Downer has just walked away after a great career. Simon Madden finished in 92. Tim Watson, we didn't know was coming back at that stage. But it was now Bomber Thompson's and mine and Gary O'Donnell's and Mark Harvey's team. And, and we had these blokes. In fact, like Sheets sat us down at start of summer in 1992, going to 93. And he says, well, this is your team now, boys. What do you want to do with it? And we were taken aback by that because we hadn't really planned that out. But when we entered the club, it was very much a speak when you're spoken to environment. It was like just cut your teeth, get settled in. You haven't got a voice until you've earned it, kind of 80s mentality. But we wanted to shift that. We wanted to, give these young blokes a bit of rope. Sheets told us, he goes, you know much about Mark McCurry? Not a lot, Kev. What do you got? And he goes, well, he's capable of this X, Y, Z. He said, do you know much about James Heard? Well, he's played a few games in 92. Seen him. What do you think? He goes, well, he's going to be one of the best you're going to see. And we're going, yeah, turn it up. Then he talks us through Joe Messidi and a few of the boys, Ricky Olorenshaw, and he goes, I'm going to play this 17-year-old. He's still in school, Dustin Fletcher. He's going to get his first game. And we'd never heard of Dustin. Or we knew him because he was around the club a bit. His old man, Ken, was a champion. Anyway, so this is the way that whole pre-season started. And these guys, mate, they had great personalities and they wanted to blind turn shadows at training and stuff. And so as leaders, we were saying, well, as long as you can do that on a Saturday, you can go party as much as you like on the training track.
Yeah.
After training's over, that's when you do your tricks and stuff. And mate, we had an extraordinary year. By round 6 when that game that where Gary Ablett and I kicked a lot of goals together, we were 3 losses, 1 win and 1 draw. Mm-hmm. And that premiership was sandwiched between the great Geelong sides and the West Coast Eagles sides and stuff. So we were the best side that year. We didn't pinch it. We were actually the best side that year. We beat West Coast a couple of times, beat Geelong a couple of times. It's not like we didn't prove ourselves. And yeah, the boys were as great as an older player. I was only 28, but just watching these blokes go about their business. But then you got the effort, you got the job of trying to rein it in over the next 12 months. It's because you can lose track pretty quick. You can lose control of that.
Big Joe.
If you give them too much rope. But what are they? Their careers those boys went on and had, for the most part, breathtaking careers. Super proud of that year.
Those leaders, the fact that it was Bomber, who tough bloke, a lad, and Harvey in that leadership group, that would have been they would have had amazing empathy for these kids to let boys be boys, let them get in a few scuffles or whatever they want to do, as long as they're
Yeah. Well,
contributing.
We need to shift the dial a bit on how young blokes were introduced to a footy club.
Yep.
It hadn't been shifted dramatically. It was still kind of that, well, you've got to play senior footy before you can, not talk to them, but, before you can actually have a serious voice at the table. So we need to shift that, and we did that. And just on Bomber, Bomber and I started together. We started under 19s together. We started reserves. We started seniors. He finished a bit earlier than me, but so we were as teammates close, not necessarily close off field, mates, but not tight. But as teammates, I hope that I thought there was a lot of mutual respect there. He was captain, I was vice for 4 years. So we went through a lot together. But in '93, I will never forget this because my previous leaders were Terry Danaher and blokes that real salt of the earth blokes. But we were we hadn't started well. It was that I think it was pre that Geelong game, and he stood up in front of the group, and he was the first teammate I ever had that he said, "Boys," he said, "you need to understand that I love you as your captain, and I'll do anything I can for you as a captain on and off the field. You got to know I've got your back. I love you." I never ever seen or heard a football. The bravery that took.
That's before its time by 30 years.
Way before its time. And that came out of his mouth. Had the desired effect, because the boys just thought that was amazing that someone had the courage to say to a group with Sheeds in the room, mind you, who was a bit of a throwback in that sense, from an emotional intelligence point of view. Kevin had a lot of great qualities, but, telling blokes he loved them wasn't one of them. No. But so Bomber broke new ground right there in that moment in 1993. And it still took a long time. And I don't know what it's like in a club room now. I believe it to be a pretty normal thing to share that kind of affection for teammates. Yeah. But, to verbalise it like that, that was a real turning point for that team at that time, and was pretty much a bit of juice in the tank to propel us forward into that incredible result we got. Yeah,
never knew that. Right, go. You doing the next one? You can be a bit cryptic with this one, Fish.
I'll
too.
keep it shorter too. Sorry.
No, it was good.
We've got one from Nick Carlin. It's who had the biggest donk at the dons.
And if you don't,
donk,
big sausage. Yep.
Well, what we're on. I don't want to embarrass anyone.
Give pseudonyms.
No, it wasn't. No, I reckon. I'm pretty confident saying Bomber Thompson was a leader in many ways. In many respects. My first shower scene at the footy club, Nick, was
we love the showers.
16. I trained with the senior blokes, right? And I'd come to the footy club from junior football where we wore jocks right, in the showers. It was like, and I thought it was a pretty manly thing to do to get down to a jock. So I'm after senior training, and I'm only 16. I'm still a pup, and and I'll go into the shower area. And there I see Simon Madden, Roger Merritt, Paul Vander, a guy named Ross Gibbs who's 6'11", and I'm looking what they're packing, and I'm going, I'm not that dirty, not that sweaty. So I went and sat outside, right? Because I'm not getting in that shower, right? There's no way. Intimidating.
No, hell no.
So I'm waiting, and then I see the late great, much loved Bruce Reid, our club doctor. He walks past, and he's relatively new to the club. Sheeds had got him across to do the job, and I said, and this started a beautiful relationship. I said, Reedy, are you having a shower? Because I knew a little short redhead ain't packing much. Right? There's no chance that he's going to take me to town on this one. So he said, I've just come back from a run. He said, I've got to jump in. I go, cool, I might wait. So I waited. The boys got out, and they walked past me. They're staring. They're wiping their backs, the upper shoulders.
Fantastic.
And it's just, one of them was enjoying their shower way too much. So they walked past, and then Reedy comes in. He gets in, and I strip off. I jump in and had my first club shower with the club doctor, who is rather modest, to say the best, right? So I felt good about myself. I've always crafted ways to feel better about myself. This is how you do it. And a quick
psychology.
A quick little extension of that is I get to Hawthorn 31, right? And this is a lesson in perspective, Charlie. So I know that maybe it's not going to turn heads, all right? But I'm okay with that. But so I get in the shower at Hawthorn. It's one of my first showers, and I'm soaping up, and Shane Crawford walks past, and he goes, "Bit disappointing, Fish." I go, "Really, Shane? Really?" He goes, "Well, probably expecting a bit." And I looked down. I said, "Well, yeah, it's probably modest. It was a cold night, tough training session. I dug deep tonight, so it's not responding really at the moment. That's okay." And I said, "Shane, just take a breath, because I just want to run through an exercise with you. On me, okay. We're looking at that, and we're going, we could be doing better. That's God wasn't
we all
kind,
think
right?
that. Yeah.
But you take this off me now and transplant it onto you, you're tripping over the fucking thing, mate. You're 5'5". Get a grip. Perspective.
Very well said.
Oh, really?
No, I'm telling you it was.
That's how it works.
The final one, and this is a bit sort of facetious, how many would you have kicked on Chom?
On
Charlie. He kept Sam Darcy to 2. Didn't
There you go.
One. He said he just pushed him up the ground.
Well, he probably would have given me donuts then, I'd say. Charlie.
Back in the
Very
fish.
good.
Back in the fish.
Very
Too
good.
kind.
You happy down defence, mate, or you would like to drift forward occasionally?
I've played for the
Go
last
well on the weekend.
played for the last 2 weeks, and I think I've had an accumulative of about 6 or 7 touches, mate. But
It's all about the delivery, mate. Don't blame yourself.
yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm happy to
Good luck
either
with
end wherever the team wants me to have to play.
Gee, I love this. Don't you? A lot of colour in that statement, man. You just got to step up sometimes and say, I could take the game by the balls in a certain position and let the coach know, and it might be a turning point. But no, you'd be very good at forward. The forward line just takes a little bit of time. You have patience with it.
Yeah.
You know what? The thing we don't have in footy now. If I was talking to Ruckman, saying like, when you start to get lost in the game, it's about revisiting the patience factor. Like let the game come to you sometimes. Like step into parts of the ground where you know the game will have to flow through you and stuff like that. So, the hardest thing to do when you're in middle of chaos is to exercise patience.
Yeah.
Like it's just counterintuitive. And particularly for big fellas, we just got to do it a lot more than other players.
Yeah.
Because the game will find you because you're a big man, right? And you will find the right spots if you just, take it in, just let the game stop and get yourself where you want to be. And
Psychology.
advice.
totally disregard that mug defender you got who's got no future in the game. I'm not a big fan of defenders, Nick.
No, I can tell. Fish.
Okay.
Final one here from me, and you made an AFL comeback at 37 after Sheeds dragged you back in.
Yes.
I'm making a Tasmanian University Reserves comeback at 42 on Saturday. I haven't got time to cram it all in. 10 years of non-footy, so just give me one pearl of wisdom to take into Saturday. Because I'm half shitting myself.
Foolish move. Well, there's no wisdom from that, mate. No, you're not exercising any wisdom at all. All I can say to you is, be patient.
I like the breathing stuff because I'll be a bit anxious.
Don't try and meet the game. No, it's not going to do you any favours. The old term, the game's gone past you, literally you're going too hard.
My father said it went past you 10 years ago. He said, I watched you in your last game and you were shit out.
No, mate, good luck. It's great. It's a great game. You get a chance to play it one more time.
I'm looking forward to that.
There's poetry in that.
There's
a romance about that.
They don't know that yet, but I do. You do.
Yeah.
And I said, I've got a 4-year-old who's obsessed. He's that excited that I'm
Fantastic.
playing. I'll only be showing him the clip where I hopefully touch the
What a
ball.
gift.
But to feel it one more time, to have someone, we're on.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, that's the beauty of it. I mean, we don't realise. I was saying to someone recently who asked me what I miss about footy, and it's a good chat. They're just curious. The fans love, getting inside a little bit. And I said, like, in what way I miss that pain in the morning after which reminds you that you've done something, physical and hard. I'd go, it was kind of that waking up and you're stiff and you're sore and you don't appreciate when you're playing. You go, I just don't need this. But when you retire, that's one of the sensations that you've connected to so much because it's such a common part of your life. You experience so much, and all those things you experience that you take for granted or you think you don't like. Eventually,
there's a pride in that pain, isn't there?
It's an odd thing. It's a strange thing. I just miss waking up feeling really sore. And you know what? When's the last time? And I mean this with curiosity. When was the last time ruckman? How many ruckmen get corkies nowadays? Is it common? Is it common?
Probably not as much. No, we're not.
Like
we're not
lived with
flying into
corkies,
each other.
Sam.
Yeah,
corkies were just a rite of passage. Like
charging
even
in from
now, I got
30
numbers
metres.
from it shortened up a little bit when I was playing, but from my hip to my knee, sometimes I can't feel because the corkies.
Good
So
sign.
the nerves have been. I don't know what the diagnosis is, but I still, when I get that, it's uncomfortable, but it puts a smile on my face. Even at 60, I'm going, it's kind of nice. But corkies, I think that's why you work on technique. That's why you had to be like Simon Mann is a great technical ruckman, and he would minimise his corky damage. Whereas I wasn't as good technically because I relied more on height. So I get more corkies. I pay the price for that. But that's why you train for it. And the game's robbed ruckman of the chance to, to build their craft out.
Yeah.
Well, as strange as it sounds, they sting, don't they? They're shockers.
Yeah.
You get a bad one. And some blokes are bleeders.
They used to rub them out.
Yeah.
Some fat bloke can rub it out.
That's why it seems weird. I'm actually saying,
I miss it, fish. I'm kill for
gotta
it.
get yourself a corky this morning. Make sure it's a team, mate. They don't want to square up.
Probably will
Anyway,
be. We'll be going hard.
That'd be fun, mate.
Mate, that was amazing. Thanks so much for dropping by.
Thanks.
No, it's cool.
Awesome.
It's so good. It's actually almost an honour to be with you blokes in your company. So thank you. Appreciate
There
it.
is one thing we often do. We do sing it out a little bit. If you got a go-to karaoke or
What's your favourite karaoke song?
Oh, hell. Without notice.
No, I mean, you can balk at it. I know the Cats
You can't
used to
sing
have a
this one.
culture, sing, or show us your thing. We won't get you to show your thing, although I can picture it.
I've got an answer.
And I know exactly.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Married 40 years next year, mate. Anyway, I can't do that. So if I'm at a karaoke bar tomorrow,
That's what we want.
I want to open proceedings because sometimes people are a bit sheepish. So I always do Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You.
Oh, shit.
Which is a really hard song, so I butcher the hell out of that. And so people see that and they go, if he can do that, I'll have a crack too.
Yep.
So I feel I'm doing the audience a favour.
Yeah.
But so you're not going to do Whitney Houston?
Well, I mean,
Should we have a roll? We'll have a roll.
Here we go. Breathe.
We'll always love you. We'll always love you on the walls in the hospital.
My darling,
We've got this, boys.
I think he wants to bail out.
My darling, you. Oh, for God's sake.
We both know I'm not what you need. You need. We'll go hard one more time.
And I will always love you. Fishy. Will always love you. Well done, Plummers. Thanks for listening.